Hello, in this video I am dressed in my Victorian wares. Don't panic, there's not been a release, but instead I'm at the Dickens Project and I'm going to show you around right now. Okay, so first of all you're going to arrive here on the landing point on my left, and all you want to do is either click on the landing point to get hold of the map, or if it's a bit busy, come over here to this little column and click on the Do Not Get Lost poster here. Now this will give you a full-size map which looks like this, and it shows you all of the locations on the region. So we're going to first of all go and explore in the Dickens Square, which is where we are at the moment. If you look at the number 14, we're pretty much stood there. So number 1 on our right here is Scrooge and Marley's office. So let's have a quick look in there. Now, as I say, I'm not going to do too much here. I just want to give you a brief look around so you can come and investigate it yourself. But here is the office. Now over here we've got some free clothing outlets, so if you'd like to get into that Victorian feel, then we have a male outfitters, tailors here on the left, and we've got a female outfitters here on the right. So you can pop into either one of these stores. That's the female one, and you see at the back there, in fact I'll go in. If you look at the back here, you've got two walls of female fashions that you can choose. And if we come out of here and just pop in here, here's the male outfitters again. You've got some stuff on the wall there, and you've got some stuff on the wall there. So if you want to get into it, you can. There is role play available on the sim as well, and all this information is available in the note card that you can get at the front there. There's a board which gives you all the information that you need. So let's bring our map up and see what we've got. So 24, that's where we've just been, and that is the free period clothing. We've been to one which was Scrooge and Marley's. So 14 is the church there in front of us, I believe, which is the information kiosk. So that's just information kiosks there. Actually no, I think the church is 21, is it? Yes. The notable Scrooge gallery is in there though. So I'm just going to wander around. As I said, I don't want to do too much. I want you to come and do it yourself. So there you go, the little church there. But we'll have a wander. There's been a lot of attention to detail. There's also horses riding around. I believe there's a course in learning to either ride a horse or be a horse. I'm not entirely sure which one of those two it is. Now you'll notice there's a story path here on the floor, and you can literally follow an animated story of Dickens. I'm not going to follow the story, but you might want to follow the story. I believe that all of these stories are very immersive, and as you can see, Christmas present, every part of A Christmas Carol is in the set here, if you like. So you can see all of the different sets at the different times. So what have we got here? Let's give it a chance to resin. Bread, cakes, sweets. So this is a bakery. Let's have a look at our map. Where did we go? Number 7? Grocers, poulters, etc. There you go. So as you can see, you can use the map to figure out where you are. There's a lot of detail in here. And again, as I say, there's interactive storytelling and everything. I am really just very quickly skimming through it. But you can lose yourself in here for many hours. And it's open all through December. You know, you wander down here and it's like dark alleys and stuff. It's quite scary actually down here. Yes. I think there's the Urchin's Gallery, I believe they call it. You can play an urchin. That's also a thing you can do here. It's always really hard when it's an entire region. It's like, where do you go next? So many things, so many things. Okay, take a wander down here. Got the grocers. It's incredibly detailed here. My fan, I can hear it going up a few notches. I think we're in jet power now for my old computer. So there's a lot going on here. I have also probably got a very high draw distance, but it's well worth it. Mostly all mesh, I think, as well. And again, this is just the visual aspect I'm showing you. I mean, there's a whole narrated story and everything. You can wear a hood which actually reads you the stories. They've got some people doing readings. Patch Linden is also going to do a narrated reading on one of the stories, so you're going to want to check that out. I believe he's doing that on the 19th of December. But they've got events going on every day, so if you come over here and check out what events are happening, then you'll see. They've also got a website, which you may also want to check, and I'll give you all that information at the end of the video, just so you can go off and check it out. I'll also put a link to the website in the description below anyway, so that you can go off and find it. So you can see here, look, Christmas Past. We go into the chapters, and if you look here, the story can be gained from here. And I think this is all interactive again with your hood and everything else. You know, it tells you the whole story. So if you're familiar with the Christmas Carol story, every set of the story is here, and you can walk around and literally hear the story told in the various places. It's fantastic. We've got some nice water and snow down there. I'm scared to go down there in case I fall in the water. Little sandcastles there. So much here. I was trying to figure out how to do this video. I thought I'm not going to try planning it because I've not been here before, but there's just too much stuff and I could be here for hours. So you see we've got the lovely garden here, and I think we might better walk all the way around there if I get it right. So that little bridge over the back there, if we can get over that and go on to the other side. Yeah, it looks like we can. Well, look at that, we've got some deers or something. Let's use the jelly beans. I've had to jelly bean everybody just to keep things going smooth. There were no jelly beans damaged in the making of any of the Dickens films or stories. just to put that one out there. Wow, it sounds like something's burning. I hear a raging fire, but I don't see it. We have the docks here. Oh yes, look at this. We got a whole very Tudor looking dock actually. But remember, this is the past, so of course that would make a lot of sense. Now, as I go crazily off the beaten path, here is a lighthouse. You wander around here. Now I believe, having looked at the map, that this is Scrooge's house. I think here. I've got a pretty good feeling that it is. Let's have a look at the map. I believe this is number 3, because we've just gone around the back there. So this is indeed young Scrooge's school, actually. Looking at that. So all the exploring all the time with this sim. Not only that, you can enjoy a good bit of literature as well, and again, there's lots of stories here that you can partake in. And there's nothing more cool than coming to like a book reading. Book readings are really cool. If you're somebody who likes stories, especially, but you know you struggle a bit with reading, or I mean, I'm not very good at reading, as in I struggle to get stuck into a good book. You know, I'm very good at reading factual things, you know, technical documentation and stuff like that. But when it comes to reading an actual story, I don't know. I just don't. I prefer to hear them. If somebody narrated them, or if I was reading it myself, it's a bit bizarre. If I read the story out to myself, I'd be fine with that. I don't know how to explain it, but sitting in silence and reading it, I don't know. I don't. For me personally, doesn't. I struggle with that a little bit, which is a shame because I lose out on a lot of books that way. I tend to go looking for the audio version of them. So as you can see, there's these horse rides that you can take all the way around the sim, and there looks like there may be some people travelling on this one, or just a lady on there. It's a jelly bean horse and a jelly bean lady. But yes, you can take these. There's a few of them riding around. It's a lovely bridge, isn't it? And you can walk across town. Have a look at that. Like you can go ice skating out there, I'm sure. Loving that Victorian feel. It's very good. so I think we might be back at the beginning, but I'm not entirely sure. There's our estate agents there. I'll wait for her to go over there. And we got some nice houses here. Oh look, the grocer. So I think we've been here before. This, or maybe is this square somewhere nearby? Maybe. Lost already, you see. Did well there, didn't I? There's a lot to do with these horses. I don't know the full story with the horses, but there's a lot to do with the horses here, and I think they're doing a training course on how to, I say, either ride the horses or be the horses, or probably to set the horses up. I assumed that you could be a horse. Well, you can be a horse, of course. Of course, you can be a horse. Sorry. This is why I try not to make videos too long, because if I'm allowed to come out to play, then, you know, I start making up all sorts of crazy stuff. I'm trying to get back to the square, but, you know, I'm a little bit lost, I think. You too could get lost. We've been here before, I know we have, but I just don't remember how I got here. Is that a sign of my age, maybe? I don't know. Got here somehow, but don't remember how. It's like Second Life, really. I got into that and don't remember how. No, I'm kidding. Turned up and now I'm a Victorian guy. No. It was over here somewhere, I'm sure it was. But, was it down here? Ah, here we go. Look at that, you see? So, if you'd like to also get yourself lost or immersed, which is probably a better way of putting it, in the world of Dickens, then this is the place to come. As I say, I'll give you the information about it in just a moment. Let me just find somewhere I'm not in the way. Right, let me read you this. I'm going to read you a thing. In fact, let's just do the camera thing. Whee! There we go. Oh, I look dapper, don't I? If I may say so myself. You might see me dressing like this more often in the future. You never know. Just a teaser. Let me read you what they say. So, the Dickens Project, a little bit about it, and it's a bit of a holiday tradition. It began as a special seasonal presentation by the Shawnee Library in 2008. It transformed into an interactive environment in 2012 and became a full region experience for 2017. The Shawnee Library is proud to welcome you to the 2019 experience. So the Dickens Project celebrates the work of English author Charles Dickens from 1812 to 1870, featuring his much-loved A Christmas Carol. This year, we present a full month of exploration, storytelling, music, dance, role-play opportunities, and the return of the Urchins in Dickens London experience, so you might want to check that out. But in a nutshell, the Dickens Project includes a full region themed around Dickens' A Christmas Carol and the world of the story, over 60 hours of live music, spoken word, dance events and performances, self-selectable interactive elements, including the Urchins in Dickens London role-play game experience, and opportunities for both role-playing and non-role-playing guests to take part. There are dozens of performers, presenters, and special guests, including Patch Linden himself, and the educational and interpretive content to encourage questions like, what was Tiny Tim suffering from anyway, in the story. So the website, www.shawneelibrary.com. I'll stick it in the description below and you can go and check it out. But this is the Dickens Project. Come over and check it out and enjoy it. It's here till the 31st of December. That's it for now. I'll see you again soon.